Hello. Today I'm going to go through the easy steps needed to set up FileMaker Cloud in AWS. So the first step is easy. You just type in and search for FileMaker Cloud. Here you'll find the 5 different options that you have for the purpose of this demo. I already have a license key, so I'm going to be doing the Bring Your Own License, BYOL. So I'll click on this, and from here you can review the product. The main things to highlight are the different instances that you can spin up, and we will be selecting that later down the line here, but there's also product details, usage instructions, frequently asked questions, and so on and so forth. So from here, you'll hit continue. And if you don't already have an AWS account, you'll need to set one up. It's very easy to do so. We already have one, so we'll move on from here. So from here, again, you get to review the different instance types so you can spin up. There's also some other details here. The main thing to note is the region. Right now there is the U.S. East, North Virginia, and one in Oregon. We are located closer to North Virginia, so I'll go ahead and move forward with that. So from here, you'll click on usage instructions. This highlights the steps that we'll be going through to set it up. From here, you just need to click on the link for whichever one you're needing to move forward with. Again, I'm going with the one in US East. So you click on that link and it'll bring you up to 4 steps needed to create the stack. Now, since we just came from the AWS Marketplace, it auto-populates this URL. So all we have to do here is hit next. From here, we need to make the stack name, and this is what your server name will be. So make sure you remember this. So I'll put David Demo. And then the email is how you would actually log into the server when it's all said and done. So I'll use our email here. The instance type, this is where you could review what the different instances were. For the sake of this demo, we'll use the smallest one. And then the key name is also referred to as a key pair, and we already have one set up in place, but there's some steps needed to set that up as well. So I'll hit next. From here, the options, there isn't any action items for myself. This is primarily if you had multiple instances spun up or you're planning to make multiple instances or servers. This is where you can make tags to set them up and easy navigate from the dashboard which one is which. So for me, I'll just hit next. So you just review everything you just went through, and then lastly, you will just need to click on the confirmation and terms and conditions there. So acknowledge that, and then hit create. So this brings you up to this page here. You will need to hit refresh as it shows past ones that we've done, and you'll see the progress of it being in progress, and you can see the ones that were completed in the past. So from here, it'll take typically about 10 to 15 minutes. What it's doing is literally setting up the server machine as well as the operating system, and it really only takes 10 to 15 minutes. When you think about it, it's pretty amazing as opposed to having to buy and purchase and set up all the hardware yourself if you were to have it internally in your own office. So from here, we will take a look at how you begin to set up FileMaker Cloud on this server instance. First, an email will be sent to you, and you will need to click on the link that is provided in that email, which brings you to this page. You will see that there's 2 routes that you're able to go from here. The first being to purchase new license, which is similar to what we are about to embark on. Of course, that you'll actually have to have a few extra steps to purchase those licenses. But for the sake of this demo, we already have a license key, so we will go to existing license. And this is where you have to enter in your license key for that license, FileMaker server license that you have. Basically, they're just double checking that this is a valid FileMaker server license key that is eligible for FileMaker Cloud. So once you enter the license key and submit it, it will take another 10 to 15 minutes to get another email from FileMaker to continue setting up FileMaker Cloud. We will now go through the remaining steps to set it up. Once you receive the email from FileMaker, there will be another link to follow to continue setting up FileMaker Cloud, which would bring us to this page here. So first you'll have to enter in your Amazon account number, and you can find this by going to your account and then clicking on the link to review and and change your AWS profile, and then that account number will be at the top. And then from there, we have to enter in our host name, and this will be a part of the FileMaker Cloud URL. I'll just use the stack name that I had earlier while setting up. And of course, you'll have to make a password and confirm it. And then you just choose your local time zone. And the reason for this is for when it does backups each night to have it happen during the night. So set mine to Eastern, and so from here we just set up. Takes a moment here. And it's just applying these changes, and once it's completed, it'll actually be rebooting the machine before we're able to log into the admin console. And so this will take a little under 5 minutes to reboot and apply these changes. So after this, we will take a look at the new server admin console. Now that it has rebooted and applied the changes, we can now log into the admin console. So first, this email address is what you used in the beginning to set up FileMaker Cloud, and so that brings us here, and then the password, of course, that we just entered in. Just sign in here. And so this is the new admin console, and if you've ever used FileMaker Server in the past, you'll notice right away that it's a bit different. And so we'll just look around in here a little bit. You can see different stats of usage and system statistics, and you can click through a few different things down here as well. Notifications is new. That's something that a lot of people, nice feature people, are liking. So databases, click through that. Obviously, I haven't put anything up there yet. Backups, they run every 20 minutes, and that's automatically, and it keeps up to 1 week's worth, so 504 of them. Configuration, it's kind of an overview of what you have. There's different settings that you can click through here. Auto maintenance will always automatically be enabled. That's one of the key parts of FileMaker Cloud, is that's automatically going to do those updates for you. You can change that accordingly if so, or if need be. And then subscriptions, what I really want to touch on here. This is where you can easily purchase new FileMaker licenses if you need more users. Instance settings. I started out with the small one, but if you were to scale and need a little bit more, you can easily do so here, and you'll see the price accordingly to that. And same with storage. We started with the lowest 40 gigs. But if you're needing more, you can easily change that, and they show the pricing for that. And if you click on 120 and apply that, you'll actually get a few more in the 200s if you're needing even more storage as well. So I hope you found this video helpful and able to get FileMaker Cloud up and running. Thanks.